3, 2, 1, ready, start. Honorable members, my government has consistently worked on policies of multidimensional and inclusive development. Therefore, while emphasizing on physical infrastructure, equal efforts have also been made by my government for a social infrastructure revolution, providing affordable, accessible, and quality healthcare to every section of society is a top priority for my government. With improved hospital facilities, treatment options, and the availability of medicines, healthcare expenses for ordinary families are steadily decreasing. To ensure that better healthcare services reach citizens, 1,75,000 Ayushman Arogya Mandirs have been established across the country. Considering the rising number of cancer patients and the high cost of treatment, several cancer drugs have been exempted from customs duty. Nearly 9 crore women have been screened for cervical cancer. Due to the efforts of my government, significant progress has been made in combating encephalitis, with the mortality rate due to this decrease reduced to 6%. Under the National TB Eradication Program, the number of TB patients has also decreased. I urge all citizens and honorable MPs to contribute towards the success of the TB Free India campaign. India has also seen substantial improvements in maternal and infant mortality rates. To ensure tracking of vaccination programs for pregnant women and children, the UWIN portal has been launched. So far, around 30 crore vaccines doses have been recorded on this platform. Through telemedicine, over 30 crore e-teleconsultations have provided healthcare benefits to citizens. The government is also working on creating 75,000 new seats in medical colleges over the next 5 years. The government is boosting health infrastructure and medical equipment manufacturing. New bulk drug and medical devices parks are being developed in the country, creating numerous employment opportunities. Honorable members, a modern and self reliant agricultural system in India is our goal. My government is working with dedication to ensure fair prices of crops to farmers and to increase their income. In 23-24, India achieved a record production of 332 million tons of food grains. Today, India is the largest producer of milk, pulses, and spices in the world. The government has consistently increased the minimum support price for both Kharif and Rabi crops over the past decade, spending on the procurement of rice, wheat, pulses, oilseeds, and coarse grains has tripled. In the past 6 months, 109 climate resilient, bio fortified, and high yielding advanced crop varieties have been released to farmers. To strengthen agricultural infrastructure, the scope of the Agricultural Infrastructure Fund scheme has been expanded. This initiative will boost employment opportunities in rural areas to enhance oilseed production and achieve self reliance in edible oils. A national mission on oilseed has been approved. A national mission is also being implemented to promote natural farming. Earlier this year, the duration of the special package for ensuring availability of DAP fertilizer at affordable rates to farmers has extended. To promote fisheries, 11 integrated aqua parks are being established. Honorable members, a week ago, the India Meteorological Department completed 150 years to build a weather ready and climate smart India. My government has launched the Mission Mausam at a cost of 2000 crore rupees, which will benefit our farmers. Following the vision of Baba Sahab Ambedkar, my government has made headway on two historic river interlinking projects to provide irrigation and drinking water in the drought affected areas of the country. The Ken Betwa Link project, with a cost of over 44,000 crore rupees, will benefit millions of brothers and sisters in rural areas of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. The revised Parbati Kali Sindh Chambal Link project will address irrigation and drinking water needs in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. An additional 12,000 crore rupees have been sanctioned to expedite the completion of the Polavaram irrigation project. Honorable members, are 8 lakh cooperative societies and their 29 crore stakeholder members represent nearly 9% of rural India. In recent years, cooperative societies have also expanded in urban areas. Various initiatives taken for economic empowerment of the cooperative sector are creating numerous employment opportunities. The year 2025 is being celebrated as the International Year of Cooperatives, and India will play a significant role in this global initiative. Honorable members, when we discuss the nation's development and achievements, we are essentially highlighting the capabilities and accomplishments of its citizens. Today, there is collective participation of all the development of the nation, and that is why we are able to realize its true potential. The greatest beneficiaries of my government's efforts have been the Dalit, backward, and tribal communities. For decades after independence, our tribal communities faced neglect. My government has prioritized their welfare. The Dharti Aba Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan and the PM Janman Yojana are direct examples of this initiative. Nearly 1.25 lakh tribal children are receiving quality education through more than 470 Eklavya model residential schools. In the last 10 years, 30 new medical colleges have been established in tribal dominated areas.